Audience. Hi, my name is Aixa and I'll be presenting deaf culture today. Culture is defined as the behaviors, beliefs, and characteristics of a particular social, ethnic, or age group. As you can see, we have many cultures here today. We have a Hispanic culture, we have the American culture, Native American culture, and there's many different ones. There are two different perception models. Since I am talking about the deaf culture today, there is a medical view and also a cultural view. The medical view is perceived as if deaf people need a cure. They view it as a disease, as them being handicapped, and it being a disability. The cultural view is viewed by deaf people. They feel like deafness should not define a person. It is not a disease, and they feel like it's more of an advantage of communicating with the native language, which hearing people do not have. The main language used, of course, is American Sign Language, which stands with ASL. Communication in the deaf culture, you use eye contact, of course, and you also use many facial expressions. As you can see in the picture above, I have little characters here showing the sad faces, happy faces. Communication is shown to tell stories, it's shown to introduce yourself and to visualize a different picture. In the deaf culture, there are many traditions just like we have. They have art, just like this picture here, that symbolizes their culture. They have poetry, which they tell in storytelling with their American Sign Language. They also do a lot of theater, and they produce different numbers which tell their everyday stories of the struggles that they have with going through, with facing the fears of not being hearing. They also have different customs, as we are called the hearing people. We are not very personable. Our information is kept private. Deaf people share everything. They believe that nothing is not private. If they're talking about themselves, their age, they don't believe like anything should be hidden. Their conversations are endlessly. There is different etiquette that they use. Getting someone's attention, you generally just tap a person on their shoulder. If the person is not in sight, you just go ahead and wave at them. Also, turning the light switch on and off is something to catch somebody's attention when they cannot hear. And when you're joining a conversation, you can just join the conversation. You don't necessarily have to ask, as you do in the hearing world. And even when passing by through two people having a conversation in American Sign Language, you don't need to go around them like you usually do when two hearing people are having a conversation. You can merely just pass by them and it's not considered rude at all. And here's my conclusion. I picked up a quote. One of the most effective ways to learn about oneself is by taking seriously the cultures of others. I really like this quote because it makes you learn that you have to listen to others, and opening your eyes to other people's worlds give you a chance to view something differently. So that's always a good quote to go by. Okay, and this speech, I believe, is very close to me because my sister is deaf herself, and I've seen her go through the struggles of both going back from a hearing world to a deaf world, and this has made me see how difficult it is. But of course she has surpassed that, and it's really nice to see the differences in cultures. So thank you for watching. Bye.